So I began collecting materials in hopes that I'd eventually find somebody to write this all up as an article for me, but because I did not consider myself to be a writer. And I collected materials for 3 or 4 years and didn't find anybody to do the writing. And then one day I happened to be leafing through Science magazine, and there was an ad in there for a series of conferences that were going to be held in the Houston area, at the Woodlands, down in Texas, sponsored by George Mitchell, an oil man who had read the Meadows book, The Limits to Growth, and thought that it was a very interesting thesis. So he agreed to put on 5 biennial conferences. And this ad in Science magazine was for the first one, which was to be highlighted by an essay contest. They were going to be given 4 prizes. First prize was $10,000, second prize was $7,000, third prize was $3,000, and then I guess fourth was $1,000. So I was at this point where I needed to have something written, so I sent in my outline of what I would write about, and lo and behold, I was picked as one of the 12 finalists to write the full-blown essay. So I worked on this over the summer of 1975 and submitted it just in time for the deadline in the fall of that year. The long and short of it is that I ended up, much to my amazement, taking the 3rd prize in the contest, which was $3,000, which I subsequently donated to the effort to get the immigration reform movement started. So much serendipity is involved in all of this. One of the fellow finalists was a chap by the name of Goldsmith, who was the editor of a magazine called The Ecologist, which was produced in Britain. And he quite liked my essay. And he went back home and he made it the cover article for one of the issues of his magazine. So now I had a cover article with the cover art on it, and my publication inside, and some information about the Mitchell Prize and how I'd won that and sort of thing. So I had my basic publication that I could pass around then to begin explaining my ideas, rather than having to always do it verbally every time you ran into someone.